of bored, and and I'm studying forensic psychology right now, and this is just so interesting to me. And I'm like, I want to know how much of a psychopath I am. So this is off the cuff. As you can see, I don't have anything marked down, so we're gonna add up the scores at the end and see what I get. Okay, so this is a factor one traits. Okay, give yourself a score. 0 does not apply. 1 applies somewhat, and 2 definitely applies. Okay, so 1, glibness and superficial charm. Okay, Jeffrey Dahmer. I'd say he didn't have many friends. I mean, I think if push came to shove, like, he could use his charm to lure victims back. So I'm gonna give him probably a 1. He wasn't super charming. He was totally flat and everything, and I don't think he got along with a lot of people. I've been told I'm quite charming often, so I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a 3 for the first one. Just because, like, if I know I can really turn on the charm if I have to. Jeffrey Dahmer, not so much. Okay, let's see. Number 2, and these are under factor one traits, but I think I actually mixed them up a little. But whatever. Number 2, grandiose sense of self-worth. Yeah, I think Jeffrey had a preoccupation with some kind of, like, I forget who it was, some superhero thing, and the yellow eyes, and he, like, I don't know. I think that he definitely, I'm gonna give him probably a 2 on that, and I'm gonna go ahead, and I've had some grandiose delusions, and but I wouldn't say they were consistent throughout my life. But yeah, one time I thought I was Jesus, so I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a 2 on that as well. Okay, number 3, need for stimulation, proneness to boredom. Um, yeah, I think mine's more of an ADHD thing, but yeah, like sometimes I feel so bored, like I want to puke. I feel like even though if I'm engaged in activities and my mind's working and I'm writing or doing creative, I'm still always bored. I still feel this need to do uh not always crazy stuff, but I just have this restlessness to just, yeah, I'm bored as hell all the time, so I'm gonna give myself a 3. I'm gonna give Jeffrey Dahmer a 3. I think that, him being totally drunk all the time and everything pretty much sums that up. Okay, number 4, pathological lying. Now, Jeffrey Dahmer, yeah, I would say that he probably had a high propensity for pathological lying to lure people back to his apartment and everything. I don't know how much of it, like if he lied about everything or was it just to entice his victims. Now, see, like I lie about little stuff, like, okay, I'm 29 and I weigh 115 pounds. Okay. So like, is that pathological lie? Like, I might lie to, like, make people not like, so did you sleep? Sure. Yeah, I did. Like, and I'll like totally lie about it. But as like far as like the big stuff, I would have to say that pathological. I don't lie about little things, not I'm gonna give myself a 1 just because I'm not really sure. I lie about little shit all the time, not anything big. But I'm gonna say Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm gonna give him a 3 for pathological lying. Okay, next. This is number 5. Cunning, manipulativeness, exploiting people. Now, I think that I could if I wanted to, but do I? Mm, maybe I have about little stuff like, oh, lend me a few bucks like back in the day or whatever. I wouldn't say that I do. I'm gonna give myself a 0 for the I'm gonna give myself a 1 just because I have the ability for that, but not I don't really use it all the time. I'm gonna give Jeffrey a 3 though. I'd say he was pretty good at exploiting his family and people he came across. And let's see. Number 6, lack of remorse or guilt. Yeah, I feel bad about. I'm gonna give myself a 0. I know that right off the way. I definitely feel guilty if I do crappy things to people. Jeffrey Dahmer, I think he did express remorse and guilt at the end, and he turned to Jesus and everything like. I think he definitely, not at the time of the killing. So I mean that was pretty bad. I don't know, lack of remorse or I'd say after his crimes were committed, he was caught, and then he thought about it, and I think, yeah, he knew he was a piece of shit. I'm just gonna give him a 2. So, you know, I think you'd have to have some kind of conscience to not do kind of shit to begin with, but that's just my assessment. Okay, we're gonna go to lifestyle and antisocial factor 2 traits. All right. Poor behavioral controls, impulse control, irresponsible behavior. Um, Jeffrey Dahmer, definitely he couldn't really hold down. Well, he got kicked out of the military for was it drunkenness and or like alcoholism and whatever. I'm gonna give him a 3. Yeah, because definitely he lacked behavioral controls and the gay clubs and all, how he would just throw stuff at people and lose his shit. I'm gonna give myself a 2 because yeah, I've lost my shit a bunch and I have had poor impulse control issues. Okay. Number 8, sexual promiscuity. Okay, I'm gonna give Jeffrey a 3 because I know that guy was a slut. I would say like 25, 30 years ago, I was kind of slutty. I wouldn't say now, not in the last 8 years. So I'm gonna give myself a 1. It's not really applicable now. I don't know if it was just like in the past or whatever. I'm not now, but like, yeah, I used to be kind of slutty. It might be a Sagittarius thing too. So early behavioral problems, me. Uh, just talking back, being a regular smartass. I don't, nothing, nothing too bad. I'm gonna give myself a 0 for that. Jeffrey, uh, I don't think he started having. Well, okay, I'm gonna lie. I was a pain in the ass. I'm gonna give myself a 1, and Jeffrey a 1 as well. Lack of realistic long-term goals. Me 3, Jeffrey 3. Definitely have had trouble with that. I change occupations, jobs, all of that constantly. Change my mind. Can't stick to anything long term. It's really difficult. Impulsivity, same thing. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna give myself a 3 for that, and Jeffrey a 3. Definitely, yeah, I have irres number 12, irresponsibility. Mm, no, I'm responsible. I take responsibility for things like if I get in trouble or yeah, I'm gonna give myself a 0. I'm not irresponsible. I would say I'm irresponsible. Jeffrey, I don't know how to classify him as irresponsible. Did he pay the bills? Did he take Yeah, he did take accountability. I'm gonna give him a 1 just because I'm not really sure how you want to define that specifically. All right. 13, failure to accept responsibility for I can't read my writing. Own actions. Uh do I blame other people for stuff? Not really. Does did Jeffrey take the blame it on? Yeah, I think so. I think he like felt like his dark passenger was like a kind of a co-pilot, and I remember him saying that, you know, he was kind of dissociative a little bit. So I'm going to give myself a 0 for that because I do take responsibility. I'd say Jeffrey, I'm going to give him a 2. I think at the end he took responsibility, but like the whole process, he kind of mentioned, you know, not associating himself with what was going on and kind of blame this and that and all that. So we're going to go to many short-term marital relationships. Jeffrey, 0. Me, 0. I've only had one long-term, so that doesn't apply. Juvenile delinquency, 0. Jeffrey, 0. He didn't have any. He didn't have anything growing up. I didn't either. Number 16. Revocation of condition of release, no. Jeffrey, 0. So we got criminal versatility. Me. Uh, I think the way they want to define criminal versatility is like there's got to be like 6 different items on there. So, like, stealing, fraud, all this and that, fraud and a whole bunch of, B&Es and assaults and all that. I mean, I've been in fights. I've never stole anything. They've just been fights, fights, arguing with people, like losing my temper kind of stuff. So no, I give myself a 0. I give Jeffrey a 1. Parasitic lifestyle. No, I don't think I parasite off of anybody. Um, no, it's never happened. I've always been pretty, taking my own end. I think Jeffrey, I think he lived off his grandparents for a while and maybe his mom and dad and kind of went this way and that way till later in life. So I'm going to give him a 2. I want to give him full blown parasite, but yeah. So we got 2 more. And I think we should have been on factor 1. I don't know how I messed that up. But anyway, it's still tally the same. Callousness or lack of empathy. I'm like the least callous person. So I'm gonna give my. Oh, my cat just spazzed out. What is the matter with you? Miles, chillax, buddy. He just like spazzed out for no reason. Callousness, no. I'm gonna give Jeffrey a 2. I'd say he's the. Why are you being crazy? He's like freaking out. Come here. Why you? Come here. You're being crazy. Oh, you see your shadow and you're freaking out. You're freaking out over your shadow. Come here. Come here and say hello. This is Miles. Ah, say hello. So we are not callous and we don't lack empathy. We have empathy. Ah, see, we love animals. Jeffrey, not so much. Shallow affect. No, I don't have shallow affect. Not really. Um, I'd say Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm gonna give him the 3. So now we're gonna add this up and see what our psychopathy, Hare Psychopathy score is. Okay. All right, Miles. He's rubbing on my computer. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ooh, I'm high up there. 14. Holy shit. I didn't think my score would be that high. Let me get this right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20. Holy shit, dude. I, okay. I scored a 20. Well, damn. Okay. Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So, okay. I scored a 20 on the psychopathy checklist, and Jeffrey Dahmer, I gave him a score. I'm not saying this is right. This is just my personal assessment. As you can see, it's off the cuff. Me 20 and Jeffrey Dahmer 33. Post below what your score was. Thank you for stopping by and have a great